Your brain is getting dumber. You just don't notice it. Number 8, the second screen rot. Let's start with the one everyone pretends is normal. You're watching a Netflix show. It's good. You like it. And yet, your hand reaches for your phone. Not because you're bored, not because the show is bad. You just can't not. You check TikTok, Instagram, notifications. You can't get through a 20-minute episode without breaking focus at least 3 times. This is called attention fragmentation. Your brain has been trained to split itself, to chase stimulation from 2 screens at once. Doing just one thing now feels uncomfortable. Here's why. Your brain has been rewired to expect dopamine hits every 8 to 15 seconds. Short, fast, constant. So when you watch something longer, a show, a movie, even a conversation, your brain reads the quiet moments as danger. No stimulation, no reward. Something must be wrong. So it nudges you to look away, to scroll, to check. And slowly, without you noticing, your ability to focus deeply starts to collapse. That's why this keeps happening. You open a YouTube video to cook dinner. While the water boils, you scroll reels for a second. And suddenly, the pot is burning. The video is paused. And you forgot what you were doing. You realize your brain is getting dumber. But actually, your brain didn't glitch. It adapted, just not in a way that helps you anymore. Number 7, the ghost reading effect. You reread the same sentence 5 times. Your eyes keep moving, the words go in, but nothing sticks. It's like water off a duck's back, because reading and understanding aren't the same system. They're 2 different ones. Your eyes keep going, your brain quietly leaves the room. When attention drops, your brain switches into energy-saving mode. It lets the visuals pass through without stopping to process meaning. Like turning on Netflix but not actually watching. You're there. The screen is on, the sound is playing. But you couldn't tell anyone what just happened. So yes, you read the sentence. Your brain just wasn't part of the conversation. And on the 6th try, when your brain is forced back to the table, everything suddenly clicks. You're dumb, aren't you? Yes or no? Please comment below to let us know. Number 6, the GPS lobotomy effect. You've lived in this neighborhood for 2 years, same streets, same turns, and you still open Google Maps to walk 5 minutes to the grocery store. You don't know your parents' phone number. You even don't know your own zip code without autofill. If your phone dies, so does your memory. Another fun fact is that countless people have forgotten their screen lock passwords, the ones they unlock with their finger every day. If you're one of them, please comment and admit it. This is called digital amnesia. Your brain has started outsourcing memory. Why store information when your phone remembers everything for you? So your brain makes a calculation. Remembering takes energy. Looking it up takes none. Guess which one it chooses. When you stop navigating on your own, the part of your brain responsible for memory and direction, the hippocampus, gets less use. And unused systems don't stay sharp. They get reassigned. Your brain isn't broken, it's downsizing. Here's how this shows up in real life. You meet someone at a party, they tell you their name. 3 seconds later, it's gone. Not because you didn't care, not because you weren't listening. Your brain decided it wasn't worth saving. Because in its mind, I'll just find them on Instagram later. So it never switches memory mode on. And over time, your brain stops trying to remember anything it thinks the internet can handle for you. You don't feel forgetful. You just feel less sharp, less present, less grounded, like your brain is getting dumber. Number 5, the value freeze effect. And here's the part that shocks most people. You don't procrastinate because the task is hard. You procrastinate because your brain doesn't know what to think next. When you face something important, your brain doesn't see a path. It sees a blank space. No clear first step, no immediate reward, no signal that it's safe. To your brain, that's a dangerous situation. So it does the dumbest thing it can. It pulls you out. It gives you small tasks. Familiar tasks. Tasks that make you feel like you're doing something. You think you lack discipline, but really your brain just avoided thinking. This is the biggest trick. Every time you listen to it, your brain learns one thing. Important tasks make me feel stupid, and feeling stupid isn't safe. Number 4, the overload trap. You forget simple words, not complex ones, not technical ones. Basic words. You stop mid-sentence and say, the thing you order from, you mean menu. But your brain can't find it. This isn't aging, this isn't bad memory, this is overload. When you multitask constantly, podcast in your ears, Slack open, Instagram half-scrolled, your brain has to choose what pathways to keep, so it trims. Language pathways you don't fully engage with get used less, retrieved less, prioritized less. This process is called neural pruning. Your brain doesn't care about elegance, it cares about efficiency. If you're always half paying attention, your brain learns that precision isn't required. So when you need a word quickly, the signal doesn't travel cleanly, it stalls. it buffers. That on the tip of your tongue feeling, that's not the word being gone, it's the pathway being weak. And here's the part most people miss. The more you multitask, the more often this happens. Not because your brain is broken, but because it's adapting to a noisy environment. Your brain is optimizing for chaos, which makes you feel slower, less articulate, less sharp, like you're getting dumber. You're not. You're just running too many tabs inside your head. Number 3, the panic override. You panic. Even when you know the answer, you studied it, you understood it. But the moment all eyes are on you, your mind goes blank. Your heart speeds up, your chest tightens, your thoughts scatter, and suddenly you feel stupid. But here's what's really happening. Stress hijacks your working memory. The information is still there, your brain just locks the door. Under pressure, your brain stops trying to be smart and starts trying to keep you alive. Logic gets pushed to the back seat. Panic grabs the wheel. You don't forget. You don't lose intelligence. Your brain just slams the emergency brake at the worst possible moment. Number 2, the familiarity bias. Here's the scary one. Because you don't feel stupid when it happens, you feel confident. You hear a take online, a comment, a clip, a tweet, you nod. You believe it's right, not because you checked it, not because you thought about it, but because it feels familiar. That's the trap. Your brain doesn't have a truth detector. It has a familiarity detector, and familiarity feels safe. So your brain skips the hard question, is this correct? And replaces it with an easier one. Have I heard this before? If the answer is yes, your guard drops. That's why misinformation doesn't argue with you. It repeats itself, different voice, same idea, again and again, until your brain stops spending energy on doubt. Not because you were convinced, but because questioning got expensive. By the time you believe it, you don't remember where it came from. You just know it feels true. And that's the dangerous part. Because when your brain mistakes repetition for truth, it's not learning anymore. It's just recognizing patterns. And that's not intelligence, that's autopilot. Number 1, the power-saving mode effect. You make terrible decisions when you're tired. Late at night, everything suddenly feels like a good idea. Bad snacks, bad texts, bad purchases, bad promises you'll regret in the morning. This isn't you losing standards. This is biology. When you're exhausted, the first part of your brain to shut down. It is the one responsible for planning, restraint, and long-term thinking. The brakes go offline. The impulse system stays on. So you don't become dumber. You become faster at choosing the wrong thing. That's why tired you and rested you feel like two completely different people. Same brain, different power mode. One version thinks ahead, the other just wants relief. And when your brain is low on energy, it doesn't ask, is this smart? It asks, will this feel good right now? That's the signal. Not that your brain is broken, but that it's running on empty. And when it does, your decisions start looking kind of dumb. In conclusion, your brain isn't getting dumber overnight. It's being slowly trained the wrong way. If any of these signs felt uncomfortably familiar, comment me and say which one hit you hardest. And if you want to stay sharp in a world designed to fry your brain, please like the video and subscribe. See you in the next video.